Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our broadcast of TierX of IRC Season 8. And today we're at China for the Chinese Grand Prix. And today I am joined by Starmax, my fellow commentator. So, hello, Starmax, how are you doing today?
Hey man, I'm good. I'm good. Looking forward to this race. Let's see how
Yeah,
it goes.
it's gonna be an interesting one because considering Shanghai is such a technical track and a lot of technical corners and not many overtaking opportunities, it's gonna be an interesting race to say the least.
Yeah, for sure. I completely agree with you. While it may not be easy to overtake on this track, it makes many other things very hard, such as choosing a strategy. Some people might try to do one stop where they have to manage their tires very well, or some people might want to push for the two stop where they have to be very fast to make it work. So we have to see what people try to do.
Definitely, and seeing all of our skillful drivers in TierX, I don't expect anything less than what you just told me. So there will be a lot of different strategies, a lot of racing, and a lot of action. So let's head on to a track guide quickly.
So, as you go into the first corner is a sweeping right turn, and then it's a sweeping left turn. Very technical, very easy to get it wrong. Then there's a bit of elevation up, then it goes down into heavy braking point. After that, it's a hairpin, a sweeping left turn, then a sweeping right turn, then another semi-heavy braking point before two quick left turns. After that, it's a small straight before a sweeping right turn before onto the back straight. Then the back straight is a major heavy braking point, which is one of the main overtaking spots where you might see a lot of dive bombs incoming, so watch out for that. After that, it's a short straight and a left turn to the finish line.
Well, from your analysis, it looks like a very technical track. Let's see if our drivers can get it right. But right now, let's head on to a hot lap presented by our
Shanghai International Circuit coming up to turn 1, a difficult corner to get right, decreasing radius, long right-hander, utilize engine braking more than the brakes to slow down the car through turn 2, second gear through turn 3, but important to short shift for turn 4 to avoid losing traction. Slight kink at turn 5 before slowing the car down for 6th. Down to first gear for extra rotation, but then quickly up through the gearbox as the track opens up for the high-speed run through turns 7 and 8, staying as far left as possible for turn 7, opening up turn 8, little dab on the brakes, and use the engine braking as we head down to the double left of 9 and 10. Important to stay within track limits as we power towards the heavy braking zone of turn 11, a potential overtaking opportunity, but also may be wise to hold off as we near the back straight. Important to get a good exit out of 12 and 13 to shoot you down the massive back straight. DRS open, cars can catch up in the tow from quite far back. This is the main overtaking opportunity, one of the longest straights in F1. Important to retain your ERS for this back straight here. Coming down into turn 14, tight hairpin down to first gear, short shift up through the gearbox to avoid losing the rear as you have one corner left at turn 16. Crucial to carry as much speed as possible without invalidating a lap, and that is a lap of the Shanghai International Circuit.
After that insanely quick 1 minute 30.8 hot lap from Oxygen, we all feel pumped up, don't you guys? So, Starmax, what are your thoughts on that hot lap?
It was a rather quick hot lap. Let's see how many people can keep up with that kind of performance on track. I expect a few, but yeah, we shall see soon.
Yeah, definitely. And in this race, Alfa Romeo looking like strong contenders, but one round can shake all the things up. So it's going to be an interesting race, and definitely it's going to be a fun to watch race. And Starmax, what do you think about the track? And do you think there will be any weather today?
Oh, China is very notorious for having wet weather, so I wouldn't even be surprised if it was wet. And wet in China is pretty painful to be honest to drive on, especially with so many traction heavy zones. Wet is going to make that so much more harder. However, it will make life or strategy much easier in my opinion.
I think if it's a full wet race, then the drivers can easily do a no stop in this race. I wouldn't be surprised to see that if it is a wet race, in fact. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting track and a lot of skillful drivers here. So I presume they're going to execute it well in the wet.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. So right now, in the championship, Simply is leading it, 2 points ahead of his teammate, DevDot. Both have insane form right now, getting both of them are on the podiums for the past two races, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, and the only person very close to them is actually Content Mink, who's always up there with them. So we'll have to see if who's going to perform at the top of the grid today. I would say there's a lot of people who actually can compete for that kind of spot. There's Simply YT, DevDirt, Content Mink, 80, even Sunny can be up there, including in HB also.
Well, a lot of fast drivers in this grid, as you mentioned. But talking about taking the top spot, let's talk about qualifying, because it's really easy to invalidate your lap heading into your lap. Before even you start your lap, you can invalidate it. And that would be a pretty disappointing sight for many drivers if they manage to do that.
Yeah, it would be really, really bad because if they invalidate that lap, right, they have to do one whole out lap before they start their lap. So it's just simply unnecessary tire wear and a waste of time. And this is one of the track where tire wear is very, very important. So you can't just easily do another out lap. Some people, if they invalidate the hot lap, they'll just split and go on new sets because each out lap can wear down the tire a lot unless you go very slow. However, if you go very, very slow, you will lose a lot of time. So it's a tough situation in quali.
Yeah, in quali especially, it's gonna be tough because even I myself have driven at this track, and I can hear the tires screaming for their life in sector one, because zigzag, rather I should call it, sweeping first right hander into a left hander and then into a straight. It's gonna be a long and hard sector for these drivers, because that sector eats up your tires like anything. It's absolutely insane, and it's going to be crazy to see how these drivers can manage their tires and not get too much wear on them.
Yeah, after the heading into the first and second corner, some people might try to send one down into the first corner for an overtake, but it's very, very hard and can end badly because let's say if you go down the inside, the person on the left side might not expect it since it's not a heavy braking point. If the person on the left tries to move to the right, you might just take out each other. And other than that, after the right and left turn, the acceleration point, it's pretty hard to not spin there. So you have to be very, very careful to not be too excited on the throttle where you can actually spin out and it will cause damage.
Especially the curbs here are pretty tricky, especially at that sweeping right hander, which takes you onto the back straight, and I think even turn maybe 5 it was, if I'm not mistaken. Those turns are killer. If you touch the curbs, you can easily spin out and go straight into the barrier, maybe even race ending for some.
Yeah. So after the first and second corner, it's a short straight before the first hairpin kind of corner. So that you can also expect overtakes there, especially in the first lap. You should be able to see a couple of overtakes there because that's where people want to capitalize the most on their first lap. So they just send overtakes down that corner.
Well, talking about dive bombs, even the braking here is pretty tricky, and as we were mentioning before, the notorious first few corners, they're really tough to brake at, and yeah, it's really tough for the drivers to get it right. But I think considering the skill of the drivers in our lobby today, that won't be an issue for them. But really understeery corner that.
Yeah. So after that happen, it's people think it's very easy. It's just a simple left turn and right turn. However, if you get the entry wrong in the first left turn, it will completely screw up almost the whole sector because the magical thing about China is that part of the sector is one long flow. So if you get the entry onto the first left turn wrong, you'll get the entry onto the next right turn wrong, which will compromise your entry onto the two fast corners.
Well, Starmax, great technical analysis from you there. But I've just got note that our Twitch stream has started, and we can head over to our Xbox boys right now. So we are in the quali session right now, and 17 and a half minutes left in the session. And yeah, let's see what these drivers can do. I see already some laps on the board, but let's see if any one of them can go faster. As we see
Oh,
Walking
that's
Nut going into the pits right now.
It's a new name. Walking Nut. I guess he's a new person into IRC TierX, and he's setting a good first impression. He seems to be pretty fast.
Stealthy Sunny already out there pushing on his outlap. Crazy to see these drivers pushing the limits. And, let's see if they can continue to do that. I think Aerodev is not in the mood right now. Maybe later in the session we can see some fast laps coming from him as well. So let's see what these drivers can do. As we see Catty going into the pits. I think these drivers are just testing out different tire compounds to see which one suits them best.
Oh, I think this should be Contented Link out on the left. Can we go on board of Contented Link, please?
Yeah, we are on board Contended Link right now. Let's just change the camera and head to his T-cam.
Yep, thank you. TV pod, please.
Yeah, thank you. And just some stream lag, just Twitch things. You can't do much, but yep. Let me just try if there is some low latency mode. Okay, it's already enabled.
Oh, it's back. As you say, Contented Link entering onto the back straight, gets a good exit. So now it's just straight line, get DRS on time, and then he has to be very careful to not lock up or brake too late in this corner, as it will cause him to lose a lot of time. Oh, that's a bit of lag. He's already here. So now the most important thing he must do is not invalidate it here. Does he invalidate it here? Nope, he does not. He keeps it clean, and
great
he's
exit
going
from
to
him.
cross the line.
Wow, that's a blistering lap from Contended Mink, 131.6. And let's see if our other drivers who are on a lap, which includes Haphazard King, I suppose, and AJ, Sam, and Stealthy Sunny, and let's see if they can match it. Steel Sneeze also heading onto his lap, but as we see, Stealthy Sunny is setting some fast purple sectors here, so let's see what he can also do. He's also heading onto the back straight now, and as Starmax said, long run to the hairpin and short straight and the left-hander to the finishing line. And as we see a yellow flag, but nothing much comes from it.
Yeah. He about to finish his lap, a short straight before his last corner. Let's see if he invalidates it here. No, he keeps it clean. That's a very, very good exit out of there. He's the second fastest.
Contended Mink showing his pace. He's easily the fastest driver on the grid right now, but we still haven't seen the likes of SlayaYT going out on track. And as we all know, Simply is a very fast driver in Xbox especially, and but Contended Mink holding his lead of 1.2 seconds right now. Actually insane.
Before we continue, I would like to say that the lobby is decent from a streamer, and currently there's only around 7.5 minutes left in the lobby.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah.
So that makes things more interesting, and SlayaYT still in the pits. He hasn't gone out surprisingly. I think he's going to do just one run.
HSM sets a blistering lap to get him into second place, his own, and he's went faster than Sunny by around 2/10. Oh,
but HB
up to second place
on the mediums. On the mediums, that's the most surprising part. Everyone who has set an actual representative lap time is either on the softs, or if they're on the mediums, they're way off the pace. But HB showing his grit and getting into P2 by just a slim margin of 8/10 considering he's on the slower compound.
We'll have to see. I think his teammate Catty is also trying to set the lap on mediums, but however, his pace is simply not there yet. Let's see if during the latest stages of the quali, he might be able to get a faster time out of those tires.
Yeah, just a bit of lag, but as we see AJ Sam on the back straight, I think he's just coming into the pits because he's done one lap on the softs already. Surprisingly,
I think this might invalidate that. Oh no, he got away lucky. He's lucky to get away with that.
But he's still 1 second down on his delta. I think he's just going back to the pits. Nothing too special. Just goes to show how much skill is required to master a track like China.
I fully agree with you on that. So can we go on board Caddy, please? I think he might be on the lap. I'll go on board Caddy, yep. I think Caddy is finishing up his lap.
Can we
Can
go
you
to
go on TV pod
Yeah.
cam, please? Okay, it's fine. I'll just do
I
it.
think
So
there's
as
just
he
some
breaks,
delay.
okay, let's see if he can get a nice clean exit onto there.
Cuts the inside
Beautiful.
curve and beautiful exit from Catty. And what is the lap? It's a 1:31.4.
2 tenths faster than Mink. Wow.
Catty just
This is
showing his
getting-
pace. This is getting spicy.
You took the words out of my mouth. mate.
Yes, definitely.
As of now, there's only. Hold on, I'll tell you how much time there is left. I think there should only be around
4-5 minutes maybe?
minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Sorry for the DC.
Oh, there's a huge yellow flag in the first section of corners. I don't know what's happened there. I think it's
Can
an
we go
Alfa
about
Romeo.
Aero?
It's simply or Aero Dev. I am not sure.
Can we go on with stealthy Sunny, please? We can see what happened.
I don't think. Oh, another yellow flag from an Alpine.
I think it might just be that they're taking their outlap very, very slow, so the game
Yeah,
considers
but
that
I
as a
think
yellow
someone
flag.
spun out at the first corner.
Oh yes, that is a very real possibility since
Another-
people like to take their outlap so slow.
I think the F1 game is just having some spasms here and there. But
Yeah, clearly, especially with the desync.
and someone else heading out of the exit. That's Walking
we
Nut
go
going
on
onto the hot lap. Can we just go
Yeah.
on board Walking Nut?
The walking nut, please. What are the? Yeah. TV pod, please. TV pod.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
perfect. Just leave it on there, please. It's a beautiful exit out of that corner. He short shift into 7 and
8th. I'm not sure if 8th gear is necessary there, but interesting choice from Walking Nut there.
yeah, very interesting. He is a 10th up though in the first sector.
10th isn't much here because the top two just separated by 2 tenths. So
Could have improved the corner there, but gets a good entry onto this corner. A good
definitely
exit also.
good exit.
And is speeding down the short straight. 6 tenths up.
Whoa!
Good entry onto here. He needs to make sure to get a good exit of here. If he gets a bad exit, it will be he'll lose a lot of time. He does get a good exit. Now there's only a very little amount left with the lap, so that he can improve his time by a lot.
Still easy to make mistakes in this very little mount. Starmax, the last corner, easy to invalidate as we've mentioned previously many times. So
Yes,
let's
yes,
see
of
what
course.
Walking Nut does. Exits out
breaks
of
on
the
time.
Okay, go on Starmax.
So breaks well, short straight. Let's see if he does it. He takes it decently well. Does not invalidate it. Let's see where he goes up on the leaderboard.
It's a 32.4. That's actually a decent lap from Walking Nut. It puts him in P3 on the second row of the grid alongside HB. But Catty, I don't know what to say, man. Catty's pace is absolutely insane.
I agree, bro. Can we go about Mink, please? I think he might be on a lap. Contented Mink.
I actually want to go on board Simply YT because he hasn't set a lap till now.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Go on board Simply YT, please. Simply YT.
And I think he may just be on a lap or an out lap.
I think man, just.
And Simply
Yeah,
YT
let's be on
he's choosing to go on the mediums. Oh, I think he's on a lap.
He is on a lap. He's on a lap. So he has stayed till very late to go out, and this is a normal thing Simply does. He likes to wait until the track is all warmed up and ready for him, so that he doesn't have to waste too many of his tires. He gets a good entry and good exit out of there. Now let's see how he does for this last corner.
Whoa,
Gets a good exit.
That's
Wow.
an exit and a half, but not a really representative lap time from the championship leader here, I must say.
Yeah, that is rather disappointing.
Both of
He
the
is down
Alfa
there in
Romeos,
ninth.
seemingly off the pace today. I don't know what seems to be the issue there.
Contentment goes fastest again.
Contented being with a 31-2, that's an absolutely blistering lap time, I must say.
Can we go on by Catty, please? I think he's on outlap, probably going to start a hot lap.
Yeah, Catty, I think, is going to be starting a lap pretty soon. Just the last run in the session.
Can we go on by Catty, please?
Yep.
He is he is going to start a lap soon.
On the softs, I must
TEV pod,
point out.
please. Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, good exit. Now let's stay on board this camera for the whole time, please.
DRS and heading into sector 1, into turn 1 now. Pretty interesting corner and gets the line absolutely spot on, Catty.
Oh, a touch of understeer there, but gets it nicely for that apex.
Hits the apex, yeah. And
Gets a
Aerodev
good exit.
takes the checkered flag in P13. Disappointing display from the driver in P2 in the standings. But Catty gets blocked from Phase Fighter. That might just be a report there.
That will be reported, but it might have affected his lap by a bit, but not too much. Let's hope not, at least.
And small lift through there, staying in 7th gear and breaking to 4th now. As we head down to this corner.
I think he might have understeered there a bit.
Yeah, I think
he
that's
might have
common
understeered
there
a bit.
I think that's common here in Shanghai, not anything special.
Yeah.
And braking just before the 50 board, going down into 3rd gear.
He is not gaining any time right now. He's actually down by almost a 10th. I think he screwed up that part of the track. That's
And
why he
goes
lost a bit of time
wide
there.
and takes a good exit to maintain his speed into the final straight. And enables his DRS. Wow, instantly. I don't know if he's using DRS assist or not, but that was an instant
HP
reaction.
sets the time and goes second fastest.
Just
The
1/10
ahead
off. Just 1/10 off. Contented wing. So I think that. Oh, Catty loses it.
Catty loses it, but I think it's safe to say he's P3 is safe.
P3.
Unless can we go on to Simply if he's setting a lap?
Can we
go on to
no,
Simply,
I don't
please?
think Simply was setting a lap because he let Catty go.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's curtains for Simply. Yeah. That is
I think
curtains for the Alfa Romeos in this qualifying session. Pretty disappointing display from them, I must say. The championship leaders by a huge mile in the Xbox standings. I think they're already on 100 points in the constructors, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they are very, very fast. Contended Wing back in his form. A two-time champion in TierX, back on pole again.
Well, there's a 4-second gap from the leader to P13, which is Aerodev again. Very shocking, very disappointing from him. And yeah, expected much more from the Alpha boys, but let's see if they can put it back in the race.
Yep.
Or maybe some team play behind it, I don't know, but we'll get to know soon enough. And I think that's the end of the qualifying session, and Contended Wing takes pole position. Behind him comes HB and behind him is Catty. So great display from these guys, just separated by 2/10. That slim of a margin, and behind them Stealthy Sunny, AJ Sam, Walking Nut, Contro Bobby, Mist, Simply YT, Haphazard King, Face Fighter, Steel Sneeze, and Aerodev finishes up the grid. And yeah, we're going to be heading on to the race now.
Yeah, I think this has gone under the radar. Stealthy Sunny setting another very fast lap and stays in top 5 in quali again. I think in Portima he qualified second last week. However, he dropped down to P7 due to grid penalties. So that's consistent quali pace from him.
Grid penalty,
It's
was
good to
that in
see.
qualifying? Maybe
Yeah, qualifying.
Oh, okay. Maybe for a collision. Because grid penalties are nowhere to be heard in this game except career mode.
Oh no. If you, in qualifying, if you have a contact with anyone, just a small contact, it'll give you 5 grid penalty.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. Well, but let's see.
So
Who
it's
wants
a
to
bit of a
ask?
small break before race starts. Until then, I guess we can talk about what strategy people are going to do. So simply is, even though he had a disappointing lap, he is in P9 and is locked onto the tire that he started on.
Yeah, so he's
which
on the
is a shame.
mediums. But I don't
Yep.
think that's actually going to be a shame for him, because the medium's actually a pretty strong tire around here, and I think he's going to be looking to do a one stop maybe. Maybe to
No,
the
the
hards or
medium is-
maybe to the softs. I don't know, but Yeah, let's see what SlayaYT has.
I
in the
agree.
bag.
The mediums are a strong tire, but I would say that Erudev or someone in 11th has a is in a better position because simply is on worn mediums, and Erudev, if he goes on mediums, will be on fresh mediums. So yeah, currently I know it's controversial, but I would say Erudev is in a better position than simply right now.
Yeah, because he can easily take his fresh tires, but that 4 place deficit to his teammate might just hurt him in the race.
Is it fourth place? Is Erudev the
Yeah,
team?
Aerodev is in
Oh my
last.
bad, I thought it's 11th. Sorry,
Aerodev is
sorry.
in last. Very
Yeah, so
disappointing
yeah,
from him, but
I meant
yeah,
to say the person in 11th has a pretty good advantage over
yeah,
simply right now.
definitely.
So, and he simply has to make sure that people, if they start on the softs behind him, he won't get eaten up by them.
But I think one
Because,
of the most important things here is keeping your nose clean into turn 1.
oh yeah, that goes without saying, 100%.
Understeer is
So,
already here, even with your fresh front wing, but with a broken one, I don't know what the state of these tires is going to be.
there's no steering at all. Yeah, so we just have to make sure that Mink will be on pole. If he gets a good start, keeping his nose clean won't be a problem. We just have to make sure that the two Red Bulls in second and third won't be naughty, have good teamwork, and don't really try to fight each other. Because if they fight each other, they're just ruining each other's position and the team's position at the end of the day. Because both of them have, I won't say disappointing start, but I know their potential and I know they can be in a much better place right now. So they have to really crawl back the amount of points they lost in both Austria and Portimao.
Okay, so we are on for the formation lap, and we see Contented Ming go off, and all the rest of the field follows behind. And yeah, let's go through the formation lap and see how these drivers heat up their tires and get ready for a good launch. Stealthy Sunny, I think he's made contact with someone, or he has been disqualified from the formation lap. But yeah, that's gonna be a big hit for him during the launch.
He's on sauce, so let's just hope it isn't too bad. If someone of the mediums were to get disqualified, it would be a very bad day for them.
Can we get the tires in Nutria, please?
Yep.
The tire compounds which everyone is on. I'm especially interested to see everyone outside the top 10 what tires they're on. I think I see Face Fighter on the mediums.
You get tires, please? Yeah, tires.
Oh, Steel Seas on the hards.
I want that might actually be a good idea.
That actually
have
might
to
work
see.
out.
That actually might work out. That is a very unusual strategy.
But I think one factor which we did not consider Starmax is the safety car, and that actually might really favor the soft runners if it's early on in the race.
Yeah, to be fair, this track does, I think it does have a high chance of safety car because there's so many traction zones, so many places you can just spin out and lose your whole wheel, which does bring out the safety car.
But yeah, only medium runner inside the top 10 is simply YT. Apart from that, everyone is on the softs, and outside the top 10 we have Face Fighter, Steel Sneeze, and Aero Dave. Face Fighter on the mediums, common choice with Aero Dave as well. He's also on the mediums, but they are fresh ones. And Steel Sneeze on hard tires, which might play out into his favor or might come back to hunt him down.
Yeah, for sure. I would say for on hard tires, all you have to do is just try to keep up with the person ahead. If you can't, well, I won't say it's fine because people might just go ahead of you, but yeah. Because he's in 12th right now, so basically anything above 12th is good for him.
Alright,
So, yeah.
grid is being reformed right now, and we're gonna be off for the race really soon. And yeah, so let's see what kind of launch these drivers can get, and let's see who takes the lead or if Contented maintains the lead. And interesting to see the position swapping in the midfield and the back markers as well. For now, no one is a back marker here, everyone is fast, and it's gonna be clear in this race. As we get ready for the start of the race, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, and 5 lights, and we are underway. It's lights out and away we go. And I see HB getting a pretty good start, and he takes the lead. HB is into the lead, but oh, there's a big incident between Aerodev and Face Fighter, it seems. But Contented Mink and HB fighting for the lead. And I hope these guys keep their nose clean because it's going to be a big hit for them if they don't. They're going side by
HB
side
and
into
Contented
Sector
Mink.
2.
We have to see who breaks later unless someone tries to do a
yields.
switchback.
Contented Mink yields. But yeah, Contented Mink settles down into P2 and just tries to follow HB58. And yeah, Catty comes in. Oh, Stealthy Sunny moves up into P3. Catty drops down one place. And I see a Ferrari getting Squiddly.
Aerodave is up to 9th, ahead of his teammate. What a blistering start from him.
But I think there was some incident in the back. I'm not sure if that was involving
Yeah,
Squiddly or
it was
Aerodave.
a very sketchy start. Can we go more Contented Mink, please? Because I think an overtake might come here where through
On the back straight with ERS and Slipstream.
Can you go more Contented Mink?
Quick. Yep.
T-Cam. Thank you. T-Cam.
Oh, he's already closing up the gap, and yeah, we already see some weaving from HB.
I think it's a bit too far.
Yeah, a bit too far for the dive bomb, but he might go for the switchback. Oh, and he go. Oh my god,
that's
that
rather
was
unusual
close.
for HB to break quite early.
I think he was trying to force Contented Mink into a mistake or of sorts.
Yeah.
And HB goes wide. That may be a warning for him.
Yeah, if they'll give a warning if you gain any time. So I think people just try to lift off so they don't gain time.
Yeah, and that just clearly shows there because Contented Mink is into 2/10 of HB and right on his tail. And as we see the predicted pit stop strategy powered by AWS, it seems that the 2-stop is the viable strategy here. And but let's see, maybe the hard runners these can go on to the mediums and finish the race off. But yeah,
as
interesting
to
see.
Seeing that,
Haphazard King in the
back
pits.
up to third.
Haphazard King in the pits. He's gone for parts.
I think he lost his wing.
Yeah, a long time in the pits for him, and I think that was a wing change. But interesting to see if he can finish the race on these hards.
Aerodave is up to 6th.
Aerodave is flying. Can we go on board Aerodave, please? And he's already closing up onto Walking Nut.
He has had a brilliant start. Dare not tell you, dude.
Aerodave into P5 and Stealthy Sunny's had an incident. There's a yellow flag on track. He's DNF'd.
Oh no.
Stealthy Sunny is out of this race. Stealthy Sunny is out. Can we... I don't think it's possible, but let's see Haphazard King going past him and let's see what's the scene there.
Yep. I think
he lost it on the exit.
Lost it on the exit.
Yeah.
Lost it on the exit.
Let's see, it's gonna be visible here as we see. And Aerodave having a fight with Walking Nut, but let's see this. Oh yeah, disappointing for Stealthy.
That is rather weird. I didn't expect him to be so far up the road.
But let's go back to Aerodave, who is charging down the field and going for the lead of the race. And let's see his battle for P4 with Walking Nut. Just 2/10 behind. It's gonna be insane. Aerodave, we underestimated him, Polly, but yeah, he's shown in the race that what he's made of. And on the exit, Walking Nut getting a bit wavered, and he's gonna get him.
Whoa.
Aerodave on the charge, man. He's on the mediums, he's on the weaker compound. Yet he's going for such ambitious overtakes, and he's so fast. It's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. Some might say might be sandbagging in the quality.
Definitely sandbagging because his pace is absolutely insane. And let's see if he can charge up and reach the top 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Catty, Contented,
I won't
and
be
HB.
surprised if he does that. All three are fighting. So
Already gained 2/10. Not even been 2 corners.
Mink, please? Can you go Contented Mink?
Yeah, I think we should have DRS now.
Yeah, DRS. Can you go more Contented Mink, please?
I think it's going to be too late until we reach him. Yeah. But he's really close to HB. May go for a switchback. And it's the Red Bull family fighting for the top 3 positions. 1 Alpha Tauri and 2 Red Bulls.
It's quite literally a Red Bull sandwich.
another DRS zone for Contented Mink, and let's see how much he gains here. But Catty also not a contender we can forget, but Aerodave has dropped back a bit, and I'm not surprised since these drivers are so fast and they're on the pressure and they're on the better tires, so yeah, not surprised.
While Aerodave has gained a lot, simply as a rather disappointing start, only gaining 1 position, and that also due to I'm guessing Stealthy Sunny crashing out.
Well, let's not underestimate simply because we know his caliber, we know what he's made of, and won't be surprised to see him catch up to this lead pack sooner rather than later.
Oh, Contender Mink not getting good exit over there, and Catty getting closer to him.
Catty is on the charge now behind the sister Alpha Tauri, and let's see if Catty can go for an overtake into the back straight.
I would say that's rather difficult because Contender Mink will also have DRS there, so we'll have to see.
I think Contended Ming might just get dropped out of DRS range. No.
Oh, really? No, I think
yeah.
it just stayed in it.
Starmax, take over for a minute. I just got a call.
Sure. As you see, Contender Mink chasing down HB. He does have DRS. Oh, Catty also has DRS. So, both are going down the straight. I think both of them had DRS, and Contender Mink was too far behind to make a move on HP. So, there has been no move made there. As you see, walking out, trying to overtake AJ on the outside, but AJ defended beautifully to keep his position. However, walking out is very, very close to AJ right now, and we could see. Oh, it's pitted.
And two of the soft runners, I think there might have been some contact there because that's too early for the soft runners to pit.
I don't think there's a contact because I just saw AJ turning nicely. Yeah, can you check AJ
mediums? Yeah, they're definitely going for a two-stop then because the mediums won't last. Yeah, they're going for the aggressive strategy and they're trying to make up the difference they lose in the pits in terms of their pace. So Contro Bobby just coming right behind AJ Sam, and I think AJ Sam might get done on the straight, but there's still quite some time for that.
For sure. It's in place up to 6th right now, so that's a decent position for him, and he's closing and working on it right now.
Oh, Contended Mink under attack from the sister team Red Bull from Catty. And Catty tries to go down the inside but just barely fails by a hair. And Contended Mink is out of the DRS range. I think this should be a simple enough overtake for Catty.
I think it's pretty hard to follow cars through the middle center, so that could be the reason.
Straightforward overtake for Catty, and Catty moves up into P2. That makes it a Red Bull 1-2. But Contended Mink goes down the inside and makes it back. What a move from Contended Mink.
What a move! Bloody hell!
That just shows the level of racing in TierX, guys. And HB dives into the pits. HB into the pits.
I wasn't surprised. Oh my god.
What a move.
That is amazing.
What a move. And it's going to be difficult for Catty to follow through the section. But Catty staying really closely behind and might just try to go for a move into the next DRS zone.
Oh my god, I will never be able to recover from that.
I never expected that to even happen.
Catty 100% didn't expect that.
Let alone Contended Mink to successfully even do it.
Oh my. And this is what F1 is all about.
But Aerodev and SlayaYT in 3 and 4 making down all of the deficit in quali.
Aerodev is being very, very aggressive right now. I think
Aerodev
he also might be on a 2-stop.
Or he might dive onto the hards.
Oh, but mediums to hards. I think if he was going to go onto the hards, he might have gone onto the softs.
I think the medium to hard strategy is actually a viable option here because that would actually gain you about 25 to 30 seconds in pit stop phase.
Yeah, I agree. But I think if he were to go onto hards, I think he would have started on softs.
But let's see Catty with the DRS. He'll definitely try to go on the move for Contended Mink, but is it too late in the straight? I think it is. Will Catty dive bomb? No. Just plays it safe, and I think that's a better decision, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Contended Mink break late enough to not make
Contended Mink into pits. I think all of the drivers are going to the 2-stopper.
Yeah,
no,
100%.
HB onto the hards. HB is onto the hards. He might just be doing a 1-stop.
I think him being on the hards, he might not undercut Contended Mink.
But let's see where HB comes out. He's just exiting the final corner now. And I think Contended Mink will come out ahead of him. It's going to be close.
Also on hards.
It's going to be close. And HB gets the better of Contended Mink.
Wow, that's a huge deficit.
2.5 seconds, make that 3 seconds. Oh, but definitely Contented Ming on 1 lap pressure tires, so that may make a difference into the later stages of the race.
I don't get it though. How did he get a 4-second? Oh, no, 3
It's
seconds.
3
That's
seconds.
still a lot
3 seconds.
though.
That's still a lot, actually. Yes.
How is that possible? Okay, I truly underestimated the hard tires.
Hard
Wow,
tires
this race is
are,
getting just excited.
yes.
And Iridev closes it to 7/10 from
Oh,
Kevin.
and he might just go for a move into the hairpin. I think he's too
Yeah,
far, but Aerodev has been proving us wrong this whole race, so I won't be surprised if he actually sticks it.
Both are on low ERS right now, so I don't think it's possible. We'll have to see what
And
shenanigans
TRS
these guys-
and no overtake. I think he's just preserving his
Yellow
energy.
flag.
Yellow flag. Who is that? That's an Alpha Tauri. That's
Kundan
Contented Ming. He's lost his
Lost
wing.
wing.
He's lost his wing.
Oh no.
Oh, that's actually just heart wrenching for him. I think that puts him out of contention unless there is a safety car of sorts.
That is really unlucky. Because he has shown blistering pace today. I think that's the one that shows one part of the
Face
hard
fighter
work
and
things.
missed fighting it. Face fighter and walking nut fighting route. And walking nut going to go for the move. And yes, does he stick it? Yes, he does. Great move from walking nut. Face fighter not gonna give up, as his name suggests. He's a fighter, and we might just see that come into play.
This fighter is up in 5th though, and he has had a pretty clean race so far. And yes, yeah, I think we should see a decent performance from him today.
I think the Alfa Romeos are gonna be pretty strong towards the end of the race because the mediums have a long way to go, and I think they're going for a one-stop. But Aerodev sticking his front wing into the diffuser of Catty. Well, never mind. But yeah. So I think Aerodev is gonna go for the move into the hairpin, or maybe before that even. Yeah, I suppose it's gonna be before that. 2/10, make it 1.5 tenths. And yeah, Catty just not able to match Aerodev's pace, and it's gonna be an easy enough move for him. But the first penalty coming into play, which is for face fighter, and yep, Aerodev gets past Catty easily enough, and I think he's gonna hold it. Yeah, definitely. So how far back is HB? Let's do some quick math. Never mind. Catty dives it into the pits, and well, let's see what's the gap to HB. 10, 12. Okay, never mind. Yeah, 10, 15, 17, and yeah, it's about a 20-second gap to Aerodev. So I'm not sure to HB. So I'm not sure if Aerodev is safe here. Well, Catty certainly isn't. HB brings out a huge gap to his teammate. Oh, the hards are actually insane.
Yeah, it does take a few laps to warm them up. After they're warmed up, they can go long.
Look at the gap. Look at the gap. It's 6 seconds. But HB going for a move on missed. Can he stick it? They're going side by side.
And on the inside he goes.
Clean move from HB. Well done, well executed, and puts him up into P4. And
There
ever so
was
close to that
really-
lead.
There's really nothing Mist could do. He's on 8 lap also. So I think he's trying to take it long so they can do one stop with soft mediums. So
I think
we'll
he's
see how that
babysitting his
plays out for
tires.
him.
I think he's babysitting his tires.
Yeah, for sure.
Losing so much time to steel sneeze already, and I think he's gonna get done again. But
Yeah.
Mist may save a lot in that one pit stop.
I think for Contented Ming to be in contention for this race, he has to
Safety
not
car.
pit at all.
There
And
has
if
to be a
there were
safety
to-
car.
Yeah, because
Otherwise,
he is around.
and Mist ERS and steel sneeze ERS and DRS and goes for the move. Easy enough for him. No blockages here, and yeah, sticks it easily. Is Mist playing without ABS? I think I just heard a lockup. And he dives it into the pits, as we see that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Oh, oh, that was actually really
that
close.
would have been bad.
Oh, Lewis Hamilton vibes, eh? Well,
Also,
they removed
one
the
thing,
gravel
we-
from there.
He just have literally no ERS.
I think he's just using it all. I think he's not saving any. But as we see,
Yeah,
as we
yeah.
talk about ERS, Mist comes out of the pit with 80%.
Yeah,
That may just be a big help for him.
Face fighter in third. Wow. Well, he has to save that position for as long as he can before HB comes in for the overtake.
I think Aerodev and Simply YT must be hoping and praying that Face Fighter can hold him back, and meanwhile they can make a gap.
I don't think it's going to be very hard for HB to get past Face Fighter. He might actually.
just
Oh wow, he might just go. He might just do it here.
ERS from HB, but I think it's close. And yeah, HB sticks it. What a move from HB. He's showing his racecraft.
I will say one thing though. I feel that maybe he could have just stayed behind Face Fighter there because
And taken the DRS. Yeah, definitely.
yeah, DRS gains you a lot of time and it also helps HB save a bit of his ERS because he's
And
pretty
HB
low on ERS.
moving to the side. Will Face Fighter
Face
go
Fighter
for
is
the move?
closing in hard.
Face Fighter is so close, but he doesn't go for it. Will
Yeah,
he go
I
for
would-
it on the exit? I think that's where he got majority of his warnings from, because he cut that whole curb.
Yeah, I think he's trying to play it safe because he's on worn mediums and he's on new hards. So
One more
I'm not
DRS.
surprised.
HB is under serious threat from Face Fighter here. Ooh, and HB getting a bit wayward there, but nothing. Oh, but Catty also makes a move on Steel Sneeze. Not surprised from that.
Can we go on board the walking nut, please? He seems to be making a move on Control Bobby.
And as we talk, ooh, Quattro Bobby, did he get wing damage?
Oh no, I think it's very light.
No,
I doubt that's wing damage.
safe,
It's very, very light.
He's safe.
That was a brilliant move by walking nut though. Very, very close and dangerous, but yeah, still a brilliant move.
But
Send one down
it's
there.
still not over. Actually, it may just be over because Contro Bobby
Control
getting a bit-
didn't get a good exit.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Well, I think we can stay above Control for a bit because there's no real fights going on right now. Let's see if he stays within his DRS, which he is slowly losing time. This must be painful for him,
Well, I
which is
just
not
got
surprising.
tabs from Ink that definitely. Check YouTube
he's
chat.
6'10".
Okay, I have to check YouTube chat now.
I think we can stay above Control. Okay, you do that while I will commentate on this. Control Bobby does manage to stay in the Walking Nuts DRS. Let's see if he goes for a move in here. Can we please go on board Control's TP pod, please? Thank you very much.
7 tenths is too big of a margin, but Contro Bobby making that margin slimmer second by second. And he may just
He might send one down.
No.
Oh.
Too risky.
Too risky. But he is very close here. He just lose time on the exit there. If he gets a good exit here, he might be able to. Oh, Face Fighter still okay. Oh, I think Catty just made a move on Face Fighter. We can
And
go on with Control again.
I do see a lot of fans for Walking Nut in the chat. So great to see a lot of support for the drivers here in chat.
Yep.
And sorry about some echo there. That might have just been a glitch from OBS. I don't know what that was, but yeah, sorry about that. And let's push on with the stream.
Well, the stream that is not perfect has some character to it.
Definitely.
Do you know how long does the pit stop take here? One of the commenters is asking for it.
One of the commenters, I think it's around 25 seconds if I'm not mistaken, because that's around the time I saw the content being closed during his pit stop. Yeah, so about 25 seconds if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Not too long, not too short.
Yeah, definitely. I would have made a joke there, but
yeah, we must stay family friendly.
I think most of the chat understood what you were going to say, but yeah, keeping it family friendly here.
Control Bobby is closing in on.
But I think a family feud about to form here with Catty and HB, because Catty catching up to HB pretty quickly actually. Just 3 seconds the gap now.
I think HB, if they have a mutual agreement, I think HB might let Catty go, since it's a thing where Catty is on fresh tires, or he might just pull each other along down the DRS straight.
Yeah, I think they'll just keep swapping DRS and try to catch up to the Alfa Romeos, who are, I think, going for the one-stopper.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Because no one would stick out on these tires for so long, as we saw with all of our people who have made pit stops.
If there were to be a safety car right now, that would be a blessing for Aerodevin simply.
So
Complete blessing. No
I
other
am
way to
really
put it.
disappointed because I don't see any papaya cars in the field today. Really disappointing, but yeah. I
Yeah,
think
it is
Rahul
rather
and
a shame.
Pasty were busy with work today and couldn't make it, but we would have seen them towards the top definitely.
If Aerodev boxes, I'm guessing he might come out around Phase Fighter, I presume, as one of our commenters asked. So yeah, he might come out near 4th or 5th. So yeah. Well, the racing is rather mundane right now.
Yeah,
Well, it's a
definitely.
common occurrence in China. I'm not gonna lie.
The skill gap just shows because of this field spread here, and no one really close to each other. But Catty definitely catching up to HB really quickly, and the gap now just 2.2 seconds.
I would have to say, Phase Fighter is doing a brilliant job holding down his position, trying to push for the one-stopper because he's the kind of guy who's trying to improve on his
Well,
racing and he
not
does make mistakes.
not just Space Fighter
And-
alone, even Aerodev and Simply.
Yeah, irrespectively, but we have known that they're consistent point scoring, even Podium getting people. But
Yeah,
the Phase
definitely.
Fighter usually finds it down at the bottom of the table. But it's a nice thing to see him improve on his racecraft and not be involved in any incidents and be up there.
Oh, Aerodev getting a bit wavered out of that corner. Did you see that small drift? Well, not in Tokyo, but definitely a drift. Close enough.
So, yeah.
F1 car, stadium car, F1 car, close enough. China, Japan, close enough.
That is a slippery slope there. Anyways, quickly moving on. Well, that's not really nothing much to say.
Not much to commentate about here. But HB catching up to Simply and Catty catching up to HB. So we may see a three-way
Oh.
fight.
Yep, I would love me some three-way fight. To be honest, I don't think it'll be much of a fight because simply on
Yeah.
completely destroyed tires. Not completely destroyed is a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah. Well, I think it has to be said, Aerodev is simply out here pumping decent laps. As I just saw, he is only 13/300ths.
Nutria, is it
Down.
possible to check the lap times?
He's only 300ths down his first sector compared to his fastest lap. That is brilliant and consistent race pace from Aerodev.
I think that consistency is really shining here because he is maintaining that gap. And as we can see, the lap times now, Catty with the purple lap of 134.9. And yeah, the rest of the field just has no answer to that because the closest driver to that is Contented Wing, who is also 2 tenths behind that lap time. So
Yeah, it's a real shame he made that mistake, man. I would have loved to see a three-way fight for it between HB Cat
might still be a fight if there is a safety car here, which is a definite
Yeah,
possibility.
I would love to see them fight again, man. Because that fight was simply brilliant. Complete respect showed between all three of them, and it's just pure racing between them.
But I think the development of drivers really showing in IRC because the penalty is just minimized to 2. Well, you can't really
Yeah.
get a lot of penalties around here, but still great to see that there aren't a lot of penalties.
A small yellow flag at sector 3 and it's been cleared quick. I think it might have just been a minor
Yeah.
oversteer by someone. But yeah, it is very hard to not get penalties each
As
other
we
and
see
it's really
Contro,
good.
Bobby and Mist fighting it out.
Can you go down to time gaps again, please? Time gaps.
No, Mist is actually ahead of him now. Contro Bobby, is he sending it? No, he's not. Too risky.
Nutria, can we go to time gap? Yeah, that's fine. Interval. Sorry. Yeah, can you go to control base? Oh, Steel Smith Spitter.
Contro Bobby is into the pits. I think he had wing damage.
No, I think he's on a 2-stop.
Just see Contra Bobby. Just see Contra Bobby. Can we go on board?
Yeah, can you go on Contra Bobby, please?
Let's see what the pit stop is here. If there's gonna be a wind change, and there is no wind change.
Wing
He's
is
on the 2-stop.
fine.
He's going on to the mediums.
That is really unusual. Why?
I think he's doing a SMM because
Yeah,
I don't think
SMM.
the softs will last those laps. So just goes to show that how much of a tire eating track this Chinese track is. And as we see HB on the tail of Simply, I think it must be a simple
DRS.
move on Simply.
There should be a fairly
Pun
simple move.
intended.
Simply.
Simple move on
Why?
Simply by HB, and yeah, HB moves up
Nothing
into
much
P2,
Simply can do.
and just 12 seconds separate him and Aerodave. Well, 13 almost. But
He might get eaten up by KT2 now.
yeah, that
trying
is
to make
also
most of
1.3
it right
seconds
now.
behind him, and they both are nemesis.
Look at the
is,
grip difference, man.
Yeah,
in the
definitely.
matter of 1 to 2 corners, Simply lost 6/10 to HB.
But Simply is gaining that back. So never mind, he's not gaining.
Yeah, that's
that
because of
back.
the DRS, and the
Yeah.
ERS is just used. Yeah.
But Simply
Yeah,
actually
that's-
saving his ERS quite well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would make sense because he was in no man's land until now. So there was really no point in him using his ERS. So he was
Yeah,
saving
he
it for
also-
once.
Just 1 second behind.
Yeah, I think in the next straight he's going to get eaten up by Katy also. Katy is now within his 1 second. So Katy might get DRS also down the back straight. I think I'm expecting the people on the 1-stop to. No, actually no. Sorry. I don't think they'll pit soon. I think my prediction is they're pitting around lap 20.
But I'm
Taking
really
the soft
disappointed
spot.
by Stealthy Sunny. He was in a good place to
Yeah.
challenge for a podium, but sadly his hopes ended after just 2 laps of racing.
It is one thing to be fast in quali, and it's a completely different thing to have good racecraft.
Racecraft is
Right
one of
out
the
in this.
defining factors of these races, and as we see Catty on the tail of Simply going for a simple overtake again on Simply. Yes.
However, it
Simply
has to be
leading-
said, Katy is with practically no ERS, which is rather dangerous. I'm not gonna lie.
And I think Simply might just try to take advantage of that because he also will be able to see that red flashing light on the back of Catty's Red Bull. And he'll also think to himself that, okay, I can stick behind him, stay in DRS, use my ERS, and just tow along these Red Bulls. And oh, Catty
Yeah,
sets the fastest lap. Never mind.
I guess that's ERS well used. But I don't think the first lap is gonna stay for long. If Aerodave and Simply YT are on a
Aerodave
1-stop,
and
then
Simply
go on.
YT will be pitting sooner rather than later, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm guessing lap 20, lap 21. If they go on to the softs, they should be the fastest lap holders.
Do you
That's
think
what I'm predicting.
HB can make it to the end? I think he can.
I think he can. Yeah.
Because
Hard,
Aerodave and
hard.
Simply have stuck it out for 17 laps, and Face Fighter as well on the mediums. And hards are a much more durable compound. So I think HB is just going for that one stop.
Yeah, it has to be said. Face Fighter has driven a brilliant race till now, man.
And yeah, P5 would be a great result for him as well.
Yeah, it has been a bad start for him for the first 2 races. So I'm pretty sure he would love a P5 finish.
Who wouldn't love a P5, especially considering we provide points to the top 15, and everyone will get points just for finishing in this lobby, considering we just have had 13 people. Sad.
I'll tell
Stealthy Sunny.
you who wouldn't like a P5. Also, simply because if he gets a P5, that means that someone out of the top 3 is definitely capitalizing and might overtake him.
Aerodave,
Yeah, Aerodave.
his own teammate. Team battles and team games going on Alfa Romeo because they are actually dominating the constructors, and even if HB and Catty get a 1-2, I don't think they'll be able to overtake Alfa Romeo in the constructor standings.
I think the finishing order should. No, it's really close. It's hard to say.
I think it's just going to be these 4 in the top 4 unless someone gets DNF'd or anything like that.
Yeah, took the words right out of my mouth again.
We don't want to see a Stealthy Sunny happening. because
I
that
don't
was
want to curse the race,
disappointing.
but a safety car would be nice to spice
Yeah.
up some.
Safety car would be nice. We commentators are just dying for one. So
It's a shame it isn't a changing weather race in China because that's usually the thing that really makes the races in China very exciting.
but
Because
I
that's
do
what they're
see
known
some
for.
clouds creeping in. I don't know if that's signs of rain or not, but yeah.
I don't think so. If there were to be rain at the end of the race, people would have just gone on to the hards or mediums. Catty closing in on his teammate. Let's see what these guys have. If these guys have team orders or anything like that.
Well, as we see Abdul asking in the chat, is it gonna rain later? Well, we don't think so, but definitely might just be rain creeping in on the latest halves. Weather info, well, is there?
We
any way
can't
we
see
can
much here.
weather
I'm not
info?
gonna lie. Hold on. Let me try to figure out weather info.
Well, as we have commentator and engineer Starmax with us. And he's just trying to figure out the weather for us and see if it's gonna rain or not, because I do see it getting pretty dark and gloomy out on track, but we'll find out soon enough.
Did you see Sam trying to go for an overtake? I don't think Face Fighter will fight too hard.
Face Fighter won't fight this one, but he does actually fight
Oh.
it and keeps to the inside, and that's great defense from Face Fighter. But I think he'll get overtaken on the
clean
main
defense.
straight.
Oh, AJSM I think is too bad for overtake on the main straight.
Starmax, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some rain actually.
It does look really gloomy right now.
And yeah, just because of some technical difficulties in the stream, we couldn't even see the weather forecast at the beginning of the session. And yeah, AJ Sam just trying to find a way past, but just can't because of Face Fighter's defense, and he's keeping that defense strong. And I don't want to curse him or anything, but yeah, good work from him.
Can you come back, Catty please? Catty is closing in on HB right now.
Yeah, let's see what the Red Bull boys do.
Speaking of Catty, do you think Catty will hold out for 18 laps on the mediums? Because
I think it's possible.
It's fully possible, because if he sees Simply and Aerodave
Yeah.
on mediums for 19 laps,
Face Fighter spun.
Oh, that's a real shame, man. He had such
I
a
was
good
just
race
talking
today.
about him being so good and he spun out. Well, that's a shame for him.
That
and,
is gonna hurt so much. To be fair, he did lose only 5 seconds. He might have reset to track.
But
We'll
the
have
Red
to
Bulls
check that.
not yielding, HB not yielding to Catty. I think there are no team orders. It's just fight.
No, I think I didn't see much there. I think Catty wasn't close enough.
But
Or I think Catty might just be hanging on to HB, because Catty's tires are too worn right now to fight HB.
I'm just so looking forward to a change in this race. I'm starting to see raindrops.
I think
even
Face
when there
will
aren't
go down
any.
the inside. Oh no, he won't.
No, not possible for him. I think his tires
But
must
yeah.
be cooked, so not very viable for him. He might just
No,
dive into
H-
the pits, and he does.
It does. Even though HB's tires are 3 laps older, he's on the hard, so I don't be surprised if his
I think their
hards are
pace
actually-
might be the same.
Yeah, they might be the same. So we'll have to see what goes on between them.
Oh, I do hope that there must be some rain in this race. That would just spice things up.
Contender Mink spin again.
The track looks so different now, and I'm just hoping for some rain. Inters! Face Fighter on Inters? Is that a mistake?
Hello?
Is that a mistake?
I
Or does
am
he know
very,
something
very
that we don't
confused.
know? Can we go on board
Okay,
Face Fighter, or is he just trying to get some photos? Is he going full throttle? Yeah, because the green tires was matched with the Aston Martin.
Yes, it does look nice, but I do. Oh,
Is there rain?
I am very, very confused.
Is there rain, or is he has he made a mistake?
Am I saying droplets or am I not?
Yeah, even I am. Am I seeing droplets?
I am squinting my eyes right now.
Yeah,
I can't
even
see
me
anything.
too, man. You're not alone
Did
in that
Jeff-
one. I don't
Did
know.
Jeff screw him over or did he?
Did Jeff
do
screw
something?
the rest of the field over, and did Jeff give a win to Face Fighter? Well, we'll find out shortly,
Oh my
because if he
God.
dives into the pits, then we'll know.
Well,
Oh,
this
there's
is one of the
rain!
limitations.
There's rain! I see drops! I'm not blind! I see drops! I see drops! I see drops!
Oh my.
This time
I
I'm
think
pretty sure I'm not blind. There are drops! Yes! It's rain! It's raining!
Oh, I see them
at
too. I see them
Shanghai.
too. I see them too.
It's raining at
Okay.
Shanghai, and this might just work out for Aerodave and simply YT, who haven't pitted since the start of the race. And this may just backfire into HB and Catty. And Face
Yeah.
Fighter might come off with a mega result in this race. Oh my god, this race has become spicy now.
You can see HP and Catty on slick tires.
Let's see if Face Fighter can catch up.
I have a feeling they will try to brave the slicks to the end.
That would be a mistake
We'll have
in my
to see
opinion.
if it works out.
If the rain is heavy, then that would be a mistake from them. But if it
That
stays
would be
like
a
this, then it's
complete
gonna be
mistake.
fine. And I don't think
However-
it's gonna stay like this.
It is a complete advantage to Aerodev because even if both of them did, HB would still come out 10 seconds.
Well, for now, Phase Fighter
no,
seems
sorry,
to be losing
that's
time.
bad for me.
And Aerodev dives into the pits. Let's see what he does. Is he gonna
I
go on to the
wouldn't be
inters?
surprised if the Inters.
Is he gonna go on to the inters? Let's see what the Alfa Romeo boys have out for him. Can we go on board Aerodev, please? He's going on to the inters. He's going on to the inters. It's gonna be wet.
Simply put, they're double stacking, they're double standing. Can we go on to Simply Piece? I want to see what
No,
time
no,
this is.
they're not gonna double stack technically
They did,
because
they
there
did,
was a
they
gap.
double
There was a
stacked, they
huge
did.
gap, so that won't really affect Simply's pit stop.
Yeah, that's why they both went in at the same time. So we
Phase
have to
Fighter
see
still
what times.
losing some time, but let's see. He's gonna start gaining sooner enough.
Oh, Simply is
Simply's going on to the softs. Yo, this race is gonna be interesting. Simply YT or Aerodev. Battle of the
strategy
Alphas.
between them.
And
Simply,
the Red
Simply
Bulls.
is either gonna do a masterclass or he's
Yeah,
gonna throw away his whole race.
Definitely. That's just either of the two things that can happen in this situation. But I do see Phase Fighter still losing time, but the track is getting wetter by the second, and I'm not gonna be surprised if it's on inter conditions sooner enough.
Oh, you can see a lot of sliding there.
We can see the slick runners struggling. Yeah, they're definitely struggling. Look at Catty going just half throttle, and yeah, they're definitely struggling.
He almost lost
And
it
I
there.
think Simply's lost it, and I think Simply's made a mistake.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wet his pants there.
I think Simply's made a mistake.
I'm inclined to agree with you. I think Catty might pit. I am predicting Catty.
I think they might double stack at Red Bull. I won't be surprised if they do. And the Red Bull pit crew is capable enough to do that. And no one goes into the pits from Red Bull.
Well,
But Simply YT is still faster than AJ Sam, of course, being on the fresher compound. But I'm not sure if it's the ideal compound.
The thing is, he does overtake HSM early on, so HSM might take his slipstream, try to dive down the inside.
Do you think Aerodev can get a win for Alfa Romeo here? Wait, has it stopped? Oh, it's still raining and it's pouring down now. The track is wet now. I can see the track being wet. And yeah, these guys are locking up. I think it's not going to be long before we see Aerodev catching up with blistering pace to these guys.
Oh my.
Oh my god. This race in the latter stages has turned into absolute crazy fest. We see Simply on the slicks, Aerodev on the wets. It's
Okay, yeah, we
absolutely
can
insane.
clearly see the puddles forming.
Yellow flag.
There is no.
Contro Bobby spun. Yeah, Contro Bobby spun it. Yeah, it's definitely interweather now.
I think it's in the best interest both Catty and HB pit right now if they won't have any chance of getting a good result.
And we do see Contro Bobby going in for going in for inters. And that might just help him launchpad himself into a good top 10 position. But yeah, Contro Bobby as well into the pits for maybe inters. And we just saw some, we saw someone spin.
Haphazard spun.
Haphazard King spun.
spin.
Yeah.
Yep, he's spun.
It's interweather, and I don't know if Aerodev is able to catch up to these guys.
Can we go on for Catty, please? I want to see if he's gonna pit.
Yeah, look, Phase Fighter, he's actually caught up massively. He's on the tail of Contro Bobby. And yes, HB and Catty, double stack at Red Bull. It's a double stack at Red Bull.
Down.
Yeah, Catty did slow down. Catty did slow down. But it's still gonna be bad for Catty. Yes, Catty has to wait. Catty has to
Only
wait.
a bit. Oh, not too much.
Thankfully for them. And let's see, it's gonna be close between HB and Aerodev. Can Aerodev go? Aerodev is ahead. Aerodev is ahead of the Red Bulls, and Simply is also into the pits. Simply made a huge mistake. Oh no, Simply.
Only thrown away his race.
Simply, man could have been in P2. It could have been a 1 and 2 for Alfa Romeo, but no. Simply's made a blunder.
Right now.
Walking the DNF. Is that going to be a safety car? Yeah, it's a safety car. It's a safety car. Oh, what is this race? What is this race? Oh my god, there's debris all over the pit entry. There's debris all over the pit entry.
The thing is, will Contender Mink gain from this, or is he too far behind for it?
I think he's too far. I think he'll just bunch up with the pack, and I think there's going to be too many cars in his way.
I think there might be at most one lap.
And Mist also going onto the Pirelli Cinceratos, the interweather tire. Yo, this race.
Contender Mink is up to 8th. Will he go up to 7th?
I think he will. No, he does not. He's behind.
8th is still a good
behind.
position.
But the disappointing for Walking Nut, he was having such a good race, but everyone going onto the inters, and that was just such a bad move from SlayaYT. I do genuinely feel for him.
No, but the thing is, he's still 4th.
Yeah, he's still
Because
4th.
everybody behind him pitted. So
And I think there's some
it's
team
a net
games.
loss of nothing.
Okay, go on,
It's a net
Starmax,
loss
go on.
of nothing.
Yeah, but the team games at Alfa Romeo may come into play here. Aerodev might just hold up these guys and simply might just make the most of this situation. And
However, it might be a while for racing to start, because as you can see, there's still people down.
I think we may just have 2 laps of racing.
I will be happy if there's even one, man. I'm not gonna lie.
We don't want Abu Dhabi repeat here, but
Yeah, no one has. The safety car is still stopped in turn.
no one has caught up.
Exit turn 2.
I think Aerodev is just coming
Elvis
down.
is just catching up,
Yeah,
and there's
he's
people
just there.
who just went past the safety car, so it's gonna be a while for the safety car to punch up.
It's going to be another lap, maybe.
Yeah, a lap or two.
I think it's going to come in at lap 26. Or maybe if they catch up in time, it might not even be that.
So this is this late stage safety car is a very good chance for people at the back to capitalize massively on this.
Especially
Because-
Pace Fighter.
Yeah, Face Fighter, what is his name? He is. Oh, he's still. I'm surprised he's still 11th. I think he might have spun again or something.
Well, Starmax, I hate to leave you, but I have a food delivery coming in, and I hope I can reach back when the safety car is coming in.
Okay, you go and come. I'll keep the people entertained till then, hopefully. Ooh. SlayaYT almost in spin there. So there's still huge gaps between people in the safety car pit, so it's gonna take a while for the safety car to bunch them up. I'll go through some of your comments and try to answer them with the best of my capabilities.
And now I've got some food to enjoy with this banger of a race. And safety car is in. Did I read that correctly, Starmax?
I didn't see. Sorry, I'm trying to look through the comments.
I think the safety car is in this lap and simply may just barely be able to catch up. Can simply catch up to these guys. Yeah, Aerodev putting the field back so that simply can catch up. That's great team play at Alpha.
I will say one thing though. People watching are as hyped as we are, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely they should be, because this race is going to be a banger. Just 2 laps of racing left and it's going to be absolutely insane. And simply catches up to the back of the grid, and AJ Sam as well. He might be able to capitalize from all of this. Just depends on how good of a restart these guys can get, and let's see if Aerodev can get the jump on these guys.
Oh, it's a shame. I think everyone behind AJ Sam simply won't have a chance for a good position.
Yeah, no. Simply, what happened to Simply? Did he spin? I think
it's fine.
no, but
Is he
he
fine?
should have been at the back of these guys.
Can you go on both Simply, please? What happened to him?
What
He lost
happened to
5
Simply?
seconds.
Yeah, he lost 5 seconds. That's actually pretty.
And it's half a second.
Shocking.
Sam is half a second behind him.
What happened to Simply? Can we go, please? Can we please go on board him?
Simply is fine now. There's no point going on to him.
Is
He's
his
just
wing okay? Is his wing okay? Yeah, it's okay.
wing
I don't
is
know what
fine.
happened. Maybe he just had a bit of a moment.
I think
don't know.
now we just stay on board HB because that's the most important
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
Fighting for the win.
But there will be no DRS because it's a wet weather race
Yep.
right now.
For sure. Can you go on board HB, please? HB. Oh, hello Nutria. Can we go on board HB, please? Thank you. Stay on board him. TV cam, please.
TV camera, please.
Because soon there's going to be a straight. I need to see what he's saying.
But I don't
He has
think he's gonna be close enough.
100% DRS.
I don't think he's very close enough, to be honest.
He won't be close. Oh, he's closing in though now.
No,
It
no, no,
depends
no, no, no,
what
no.
matters is a
Aero
good
they've
exit.
got the exit. Aero they've got the measure of him on the exit. It's actually an identical exit from both these drivers.
Yeah.
And
It is
HB,
hard to overtake
look
in
at
the
his
wet.
ERS. He's using all of it to catch up to Aerodev. But to no
But I
avail till
won't be
now.
surprised if Aerodev is using all of his
Ooh,
ERS also
that's a
first.
lockup. Big lockup from HB.
Yeah, but lockups aren't so bad in the wet as they are in the dry. So
I think at this point, Simply should even be happy with a P4 finish.
yeah, it is a good recovery from his position.
And bro, Aerodev, it's actually a last to first situation.
Last to first.
And it's the last lap now, and let's see if HB has the guts and the grit to go for a move. And yeah, I've got some hot food to enjoy with this banger of a race now, and it's all becoming better by the minute. Well, I want to see the reaction of these podium sitters because it's gonna be insane.
5 tenths, closing.
5 tenths, and he goes, he locks up. Will he get him on the exit? No, he won't. Still a 5-10 gap. It's gonna be close.
I think HB nothing to lose at most.
Catty lost some time. Catty lost some time. Yeah, Catty did lose some time, but it's just a straight battle between HB and Aerodev. I think Catty's out of the picture. He's gonna secure P3 if he doesn't make any mistakes.
Yep, I fully agree with you on that. HB trying to do his best to keep close with him.
5 tenths is the gap. He's using all of his ERS. He's gonna use all of it on the back straight.
These two corners are going to be so important.
4 tenths
It's
now.
Make or break.
At 5 tenths, come on. 5 tenths. 3 tenths.
5 tenths.
4 tenths. 3 tenths.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be close. Aerodev has all the ERS in the world. Aerodev has all the ERS in the world.
So does HB.
Both of them have ERS. He's gonna have slipstream. Is it gonna be close enough for HB? I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think HB is going to send one
HB,
down.
HB is gonna send it. HB sends it. HB gets it done. HB takes the lead. HB is in the lead of the race. HB is your winner for the Chinese Grand Prix. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
HB. 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 What have we just seen? What have we just seen?
Oh god. That is amazing. That is
What a
so
send that
brilliant
was!
race.
What a send that was!
Oh
HB! Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes!
That is a cent and a half. Bloody hell.
Oh my
My
god!
heart rate is so high right now.
Oh my god! Well, let's go with the finishing order. I don't have the bread to do that, but yes, HB finishes in P1. I don't know how. Aerodev in P2. Disappointing for him. Losing it on the second last corner. Catty in P3. Simply in P4. AJ Sam in P5. Steel Sneeze P6. Contented Ming. Disappointing from him. He spun out and lost his wing and couldn't really do much from there. P7 for him. Missed in P8. Haphazard King in P9. Contro Bobby finishes out the top 10 and Face Fighter after a great race. He just lost it and finishes out in P11. Still good points for him. And what a race this has been. I can't believe what I've seen. Starmax, can you?
Oh dude, I have no
This might have been the best race I've
have
seen.
no words.
This might have
Oh
been the
my
best
God.
race I've seen. Aerodale gets
God.
driver of the day, but I don't think he'll be
What
pretty
you
happy
have
with
just
that.
witnessed is greatness.
Oh my god. And out they come to the podium, HB, asking the fans to scream out loud, and I'm sure they will be in our chat. So let's go to the podium interview now after this. After these guys pop the champagne on the podium. And oh my god, I can't believe what I've seen.
Let's get ready for the interview. I will be asking them some questions and you'll be getting some answers.
Yeah, so let's head on to the podium interview now. So, I think we do have HB with us in the VC. HB, what have you done just done, man? What have you just done?
Oh, I mean, honestly, man, that was one of the toughest laps I've done so far.
We
And
are
one of the
awestruck. Oh my
I mean, honestly, I mean that last lap, especially after the whole race, like it was almost a perfect race I could have driven there. So like from last season, I knew that the hard tires were probably the best race tire here, so I knew I had to go long on them. Otherwise, I'd be losing a lot of time. So that paid off for me today. And
Well,
the rain almost
Okay, go on. Yeah, go on.
the rain almost like drew almost threw the plan out of the sink. Sorry for the bad pun, but yeah, that's it's a very good win, and obviously 1-3 for the Red Bull boys. So very good, very awesome.
Oh my god, HB, you had us on the edge of the seats. And talking about long, which you went on the hard tires, the distance was long between you and Aerodev into the second last corner, but you made it stick. You are the man. I don't know how you did that, man. It's absolutely insane. Me and Starmax, we are awestruck. Starmax, what's your reaction, man?
I mean, it was crazy to see you do. Like, first on second last lap, we lost a bit of time. So, what was going through your mind, where you were slowly taking a tenth out of aerodev each and every corner?
Well, I mean, the first racing lap under inter conditions wasn't going to be easy, so you just had to get used to it and try to stay as close as possible, and make sure you have enough ERS to deploy in the main straight on the last lap, so you could possibly have a lunge like that. Obviously, very like congrats to Aero as well for like going from last to P2 here and almost winning the race, and then leaving the space in the second last corner. And honestly, you don't really see that a lot
Yeah.
sometimes. So yeah, fair play to him.
Mm. Well, at the end of the race, it almost turned badly out for you because there was rain and there was a safety car which highly favored Simply and Aerodev. So, what were you thinking at that point? Did you still think they could have won that race when Aerodev came out in front of you?
I mean, honestly, at that point, all I could think was I had to win the race. Whatever happens, happens. If I stay P2, P2. If I get P1, then we get the win. When we got P1, obviously, so that's a lot of points for us and everyone here at Red Bull. So yeah, that's a
Okay,
very
man.
good race.
You had a brilliant race today. Thank you very much. Let's move on to Katy.
Yeah, let's move on to Catty. And Catty, you had the best seat in the house to watch that battle unfold with HB and Aerodev. What was your reaction after seeing that? And great race from you as well to finish out in P3.
Yeah, thanks. Kind of disappointed in how I drove today.
Catty, can you please increase your mic
It's kind
volume?
Hello.
Yeah,
Hey,
definitely.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's kind of disappointing. I had the pace, but then I didn't increase my wing level at the end with the rain. But that send was insane, and GG to both Aerodev and HP.
Yeah, we were all awestruck after seeing that set, but you showcased some great pace in the wet and in the dry alike. And yeah, good race for you, good points for the championship. Starmax, any questions?
Yeah, I mean, you do say you're disappointed, but I would say that it could have gone a lot more worse for you. After all, there was a safety car and the wet weather, which highly favored the Alfa Romeos. So my question is, you were doing a long stint on mediums. Were you going to pit stop again if it remained dry throughout?
No, I was just gonna go to the end. I had the tire for it, and I was sticking with HP fairly well. I didn't plan on pitting again.
You had a brilliant strategy at hand, but however, the rain somewhat ruined it for you. But still, a very good result. I would say, yeah.
Yeah, it was decent. It could have gone better, but it is what it is.
Okay,
Well,
fair enough.
that'll catapult you in the standings as well, I suppose. And yeah, congratulations on that. But we do have our P2 finisher with us, Aero Dev, in the VC as well. So, Aero Dev, man, heart wrenching for you after getting sent onto in the second last corner. What are your thoughts?
Can you?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was pushed off the track, but it was a good fair race until then. The mediums was just dying from lap 17, and I boxed when it was like 82%, I think. So
Whoa, that's puncture
well,
territory, man. Really
the
lucky
first
to
one.
get away with it.
Yeah. Other than that, I was losing a lot of time after these guys boxed for hards and softs when the rain hit. But I stick to my guns and went for the inters.
Yeah, and that was a good decision actually, which actually kept you in P1 because me and Starmax were actually contemplating that will there be rain because it was getting pretty gloomy out there, and in fact it did hit and it hit hard. And yeah, it well, I won't say tears because you went from P13 to P2. that was actually a phenomenal performance from you, man.
Thanks.
Well, so that ends up podium interviews for the day, and congratulations to all of the podium finishers. And yeah, so let's head on to the outro, Starmax. What a race it has been, man.
Oh, bro, I won't lie. It was a pretty mundane stream until then. That is the best race so far in this season. What a brilliant end! Such it's I just don't have the words. So it was a pretty mundane stream, and all of a sudden, bang! Anyone could grab that win. Ed could have gotten it. Simply could have gotten it. HB could have gotten it. Edward could have gotten it. Oh my.
I don't have words, man. I don't have
Yeah.
any words. Well, let's just end the stream on that. And be sure to follow us on Instagram at the rate Indian Racing Community, and on Twitter at Racing Indian, and our Discord link, which is visible on your screen right now. Be sure to join us, and for such more league racing action, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, man, Starmax, that's it from me, man. Any more words to add?
No, no words for me, dude. I'm all good. I'm out of words. If you guys want any more information, you can just check the description. They have all of our socials there, including our Discord. So, anyways, good night, and we'll see you next week.
And yeah, good night it is. And this is SlayaYT signing.